Hello chat, we're starting a little earlier than normal today, but hello. Today we'll be playing 60 Seconds Reatomized. It's a game about you surviving the aftermath of a nuclear fallout, basically. And so, let's get started. I generally know how this game works, and so we're gonna just... we'll just do the regular one. We'll be good old Ted, and we'll just go through, the medium difficulty because we ain't no kid. Alright, so stuff in there. Grab our wife. Grab the radio. Scout book. Doink, doink. Grab our kid. Grab some entertainment, I guess. Chuck it in. Grab our daughter. Oh, don't have room for the med kit. That's fine, we'll come back for it. Doink. Gun. Map. Grab our wife. What's our wife? Where is she? Did I already grab her? Am I dumb? Grab it. Alright. Mad in. It's fine. I don't remember getting my wife. Oh, okay, I guess I did and I just forgot about it. Anyway, day 1, chat. Day 1. Alright, we've got 4 soup, 3 bottle of water. We've got a fairly stocked shelter. I did not grab the med kit like a silly goose. All of us made it into the All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. I disagree, it's full of sodium. Our shelter used to be fully stocked, but somehow we always found a better way to use the stock supplies instead of leaving them for an emergency. Once we had a soup dinner party, another time we needed the rifle to help our neighborhood watch in a vicious fight against raccoons. Luckily, some of the supplies were left untouched. Oh, so we got 2 extra things just because. And then the axe was just in the suitcase. Okay. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, we'll sleep on cans, we'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. There's just barely enough water for everyone. We'll have to ration it strictly. This is the best stocked shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're sure this is a good amount of supplies. Alright, so I don't have enough food and water for everyone. But it's fine. Wouldn't it be fantastic if we could just get out and leave? Walk the surface like we used to? Smell the fumes and pollution. Ah, that's a scent of freedom we miss. I disagree. Ted, it's been 1 day and you've already got a full 5 o'clock shadow. Hopefully the time to leave will come soon. This morning has been calm enough for Ted and he's doing well. Mary Jane seems fine today. Hopefully it will stay that way. Everything's okay. Seems okay with Dolores, and Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Really shows you care for your kid, guys. Do that. A group of doctors knocked on our door today requesting some supplies that would be helpful in refilling their first aid kits. We didn't doubt they were the real deal for a second. They have lab coats and everything. Should we help them? No, we're low on water already. Alright. We didn't think they were real doctors, but just in case they were, we got rid of them quickly before they could start charging us for a home visit. Ah, America. Ted should drink something soon. Getting something to drink from Mary Jane sounds like the right idea, and Dolores has to drink sometimes. Timmy doesn't need much, but alright, you all want to drink. I don't care. This is a good day to go outside, stretch a bit, get some fresh, toxic air. Maybe scavenge a thing or two. We sure could use some extra supplies, that is, if we want to survive. Alright, good old Timmy, you got this. Oh, okay, we'll have you bring extra stuff. You can bring the gas mask and an axe. Why not? Get something to defend yourself. Alright. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what to do if he doesn't come back. You're already being, like, hella pessimistic. Bro just went out. Ted looks like he's got 1 foot in the grave. He needs a drink right now. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We need to find her something to drink fast. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. I think you can survive longer. Where did that green puddle come from? Oh dear, a pipe is leaking green goo. That's not good. That's not good at all. We need to act now. No one packed them up. What should we do? Oh no. I've only got one option. Problem solved. No leak, no mess. Back to our tight little shelter. Alright, I'll actually get you guys stuff this time. We'll do it every 5 days, because rounded numbers. Something's missing. Let's see. Fan, check. Strange noises in our pipes, check. Hellish yells outside, check. Oh, Dolores hasn't spoken for a while now. That's it, and it's really strange. Talking to her would be a good idea. Sure. You know, always gotta build up the family. Talking to Dolores helped resolve some of her issues and doubts. She feels better now. Ted isn't thirsty anymore. Mary Jane is no longer thirsty. Dolores is no longer thirsty. Great. Our ammunition is missing. No way it was stolen, so it has to be here somewhere. We need to find it. It was right there. What's that thing? Monopoly Man over there. It was too dark to find those tiny bullets without a flashlight. They aren't lost. Technically, they're still in the shelter. Technically. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. Alright. Doing the whole man thing over here, Ted. It's always better when things are calm. Luckily, nothing new happened to Mary Jane today. I mean, you're all stuck in a shelter. Where would you go? Phyllis is quite calm given the situation. Alright, that's great, guys. We're not big fans of our strange-smelling shelter, but when we started to smell something burning, we quickly realized how much we prefer the nothing is on fire scent it had before. A fire! We need to put it out and save our supplies. We don't have time to save them all. What do we save? I'd rather take the Boy Scout book, because that feels like it'd be useful. Looks like the radio's fine. I was close. We were able to put out the fire and nothing seems to be damaged, but at least not very badly. Let's hope that this doesn't happen again, or we might need to call the firemen. Are there even any firemen left? We're already complaining about being thirsty, whatever. We thought phone calls were a thing of the past after the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town. However, a phone booth on our street survived the bombing somehow, and it's ringing right now. We should send someone to answer it. Alright, Dolores, you got it. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. I mean, I wouldn't personally expect a payphone to really last an atomic blast, but you know, whatever. Ted's got. You guys keep saying you got a foot in the grave, and yet you lasted just fine last time. Someone's very serious about banging on the hatch. We are scared to open it, but it might be good news, right? We would gladly welcome any friendly face, even if it was our neighbor Ned. We're pretty sure that if there were any reason why our town got bombed, he would be that reason. Should we open? I'd rather not risk it. What's this thing? Alright, so it's like a quest board. Okay. Oh, Timmy's back. He looks so depressed, man. What'd they do to you out there? The banging stopped after a while, and whoever was behind the door left. We have no idea who it was. Will we ever find out? We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. Alright, so it looks like he didn't bring the suitcase back. We tried our luck at the nearby bar, fittingly called the World's End. Usually such a respectable family like our own would never go there, but this time we gave it a shot, hoping to find some unclaimed goods. Who would have known that tomato soup used to be such a popular snack in the bar? We found a few cans of it and took them with us. Few cans? That's one. That's a single can. We didn't expect to find any clean water left in the bar, and we weren't wrong. Whatever we found wasn't pure, and it wasn't water, but hey, if it quenches thirst, it counts. From what we could tell, the atomic blast interrupted a poker game. Those poor bastards are not likely to be finishing that game anytime soon, but we can still use the cards to entertain ourselves. Damn it, we really like that suitcase. Well, it's gone now. It's just a suitcase, guys. Calm down. This last expedition got us thinking. Maybe we could just drive away from this nightmare somehow. Of course, most of the automobiles available are completely burnt out, but if we find a solid base and scavenge enough parts, perhaps we could build a vehicle of our own. We'd better keep an eye out for those on future expeditions. Alright, I'll give you all your stuff. Timmy should get extra because he did such a great job, but I guess they'll do whatever. We'll immediately send out another one. The problem is simple. If we don't wash ourselves, we'll get sick. Seriously sick. It smells really bad down here, and it doesn't seem like it'll get better over the next couple of days. How about we do something to fix it? I don't think spraying bug spray on ourselves is gonna make ourselves smell better, because that's just chemicals. So, I guess we'll just, you know, hide from the stink. Alright, they seem to agree that hiding from the stink works. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. If we can survive a little bit longer, dirty ears won't be much of a problem. Just to be sure, dibs on the gas mask. Timmy's man, he's already out ready to go? Dang. Hey, wait, he's actually full on out ready to go. It's fine, Timmy. You get to chill here for a little bit. Mary Jane, you got this. You go, girl. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Timmy's still very hungry. Ted's doing alright, even though the world has gone to a crappy place. He's been fine for Dolores. Okay. We were never a big fan of mushrooms, but with the colony of them growing on one of the walls, we've changed our loyalties. We're all about mushrooms now. Should we eat them? I don't see dirt. So these mushrooms are growing on metal walls. And they think that's a good idea. I don't think so. Just eat your soup. We may be hungry, but there are just some things we will never eat. Well, wall fungus is one of them. Timmy's hungry, and they're all thirsty. Fine, you've got another couple days. We can keep staying on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from this radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it on our own. The escaping part, not the ruining part, of course. However, there might be someone out there who can help us. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. Go. Let's try and get some good news. We made contact. The military's out there and they're coming for us. All we need to do now is wait patiently. The soldier with the boring voice was very specific about this. Help is on the way. We just need to wait for further instructions and keep our radio in working order. Everyone's thirsty. Timmy's also hungry. And you've been great, Timmy, but you need to wait just a bit longer. Our sorry excuse for demur was interrupted by a raspy voice from outside saying, "Wanna buy a rock?" We calmed down when we realized the voice belonged to Old Man Jim, who used to live in our town. Well, at least we think he did. We just never quite figured out where he stayed. We should probably answer his question. It's impolite to keep people waiting like that. I would love to buy a rock. There's no money, so, you just want to give us the rock? We opened the door and we agreed with the old man with a smile. He was eager to show us his bag filled with a rich choice of rocks and convinced us to take one for free for old time's sake. We agreed, carefully chose the best looking rock, and the man left. We can't complain. It's a good rock, really. Also, he claims it brings luck. We'll see about that. Alright, you guys are complaining, yep. Doink, doink, doink. This is terrible. We can't sleep. We've been having problems with sleeping ever since we got down here, but now it's worse than ever. If we don't deal with this problem, we won't be able to cope with any other challenges that await us outside these thin shelter doors. See, I don't have a med kit because I was dumb and didn't grab one, so I guess you guys just get to have insomnia just like me. Oh. You're depressed, and you're just Ted. Bravely ignoring our symptoms, we tried to get at least an hour or two of sleep. No luck. We've even more tired than we were, and there are other problems we need to face soon. Let's just hope our yawning will be enough to scare raiders away to save us some radiation sickness. Timmy, you just ate. It's been a while. We don't know much about what's happening on the surface. We only had a chance to tune in our emergency broadcast. Hey, Mary Jane's back, but she broke it. We're able to get a weak signal that's happened to a government emergency announcement. Great news, fallout outside is mostly gone. Alright, so the gas mask being broken doesn't matter then. Nothing makes happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. We decided to finally check on what we can find between the rubber in our backyard, our poor lawns and flowers. Once the object of desire of the whole neighborhood, now reduced to nothing more than radioactive ashes covered by debris. We used to barbecue here every weekend. Barbecue itself found its way onto the power line in front of our house, and it's unreachable. Our garden table is mostly destroyed. Under bits and pieces of charred wood, found a few things that could prove useful. So, underneath the wood of our table, we just have bullets. That doesn't seem suspicious at all. The garage still has 2 walls left. But most things inside are gone. Not even the bicycles made it through the blast. But weirdly enough, the baskets installed on top of them did. We found some leftover supplies there from our last bicycle trip. So we got more water. Damn it, our gas mask was damaged during the expedition. And we window shopped nearby parking lots for a vehicle that wasn't completely burnt out. Unfortunately, we found nothing of value. Maybe future expeditions will be more lucky. Alright, Mary Jane, you get stuff, because You know what, Timmy? You've been great for us. I'll give you food. Ted's still Ted. What's going in your pocket, Timmy? Oh no, mutated ants. The terrifying little mandibles almost gave Dolores a heart attack. She wants them out, but Timmy says it's the beginning of an atomic ant farm. One of them has to have their way, but who? You know what, Timmy? You clutched this in the beginning. I'll agree with you. Oh, that hooked him up. Timmy was allowed to keep his atomic ant farm to the detriment of our supply stash. The little mutants scattered, devoured a whole can of soup, and escaped under the cover of night. We were relieved they could have eaten us. No! Timmy, why? Why would you do that to us, Timmy? Alright, so... everyone's tired. Mary Jane's hungry, but she just got stuff. You're still- I just fed you, man. Alright, Timmy, you clutched this for us last time. You can take the axe again. Mary Jane rested. Everyone's hungry, still tired. You guys are fine. There goes again, noises. Weird noises all the time. Like coming from the pipes, walls. Is it something behind the door? We don't know and it's driving us insane. We should sit down and relax, otherwise we might get paranoid. Alright, play some cards. Having some fun, miss. Forget about, what was it again? Alright, you guys will get your stuff now, so you stop complaining. A young woman dressed in white knocked on our door today, telling a story of a missing twin brother, who was probably held captive in a bandit camp. He tried to defeat a big bandit leader and insisted fears something might have happened to him. She claims to know that we're good and trustworthy people, and believes that we can help her rescue our sibling. If we do... there might be the beginning of a solid friendship. I mean, weren't the twins the people we talked to earlier? You got it, Mary Jane. That was a gunshot. Alright, she's still fine. Okay. Alright, so we've got the Monopoly Man. And this looks like a dude cutting down a tree. A woman quickly called a group of friends, and we set out for what turned out to be a successful mission. Finding the lost twin brother wasn't a problem. He was hanging on top of some antenna next to the fence, trying to escape. In his duel with the bandit leader, he lost a hand, but the group quickly tended to his injuries and he'll be just fine. Siblings thanked us 100 times and said they would definitely contact us again. Alright. Last time we went on an expedition, we noticed an abandoned tank just sitting out there in the open. It looks damaged, but it may contain some useful supplies. Sure. You just went into a war camp, you got it. Alright. Looks like army rations can also consist mostly of canned tomato soup and bottled water, unless someone else left these supplies in the wreck tank. Mary Jane's hungry, Ted's alright, even though the world's gone to shit, and Dolores is quite well, or she can't find anything to complain about today. Who writes these? That feels like Ted's bashing on Dolores or something. Right, this should be fine. If there's one person we truly miss, it's our great Uncle Terry. He used to tell brilliant stories about turtles, elephants, and wizards. It would be so reassuring to hear one of those stories again, and yet we don't even have a photo of him, just memories. Why would the book... Okay. Well, read a story, I guess? Oh, hold on. Was he just in the book? We did. The photo we were looking for was stuck between the pages of the Scout Handbook. What a lucky coincidence. It's a bit blurry, but it's still a wonderful surprise. Timmy, no! Timmy, no! The MVP Timmy died, no! Alright, R.I.P. Timmy. Shine your boots and hoist the flag. The army's on the radio again. They're telling us to go. Flashlight ready. Signal alert. I don't have a flashlight. Doesn't matter. The signal has to wait. Besides, do they even know how much flashlight batteries cost? Especially in this economy? Especially after it was wiped out? Alright, they're all still complaining. Alright, Mary Jane. I don't have anything for you. You got this. I probably should have fed her and gave her water before she left, but you know. You two got this. We've been arguing and arguing with Dolores. The fact that we're down to our last bite of food didn't help. Now we're almost at each other's throats about how to ration the damn soup. Should we share an entire can right now? The alternative is to reason with her into saving it for later. Damn it, Dolores. We don't have an entire can of soup to hand out. And she ate it all. Negotiations took all night, but we got to a peaceful resolution in the end. Dolores agreed to stash the soup can for... Okay. They kept the soup. Our supplies are scarce and our morale is low. You can almost smell the desperation in the shelter. We're pretty sure there's a small group of survivors nearby, mostly old folks from the retirement home. It shouldn't be hard to borrow some of their supplies. They're old anyway, we need them more, right? I am not gonna attack some elderly people. That sounds like bad karma to me. Robbing innocent people? Absolutely not. We are not savages. We cannot stoop that low. It's important to keep our values even in these troubled times. Especially in these troubled times. Let's set a shiny example and leave those poor people alone. Alright, so they're both fine. Playing a game or two might be a good way to relieve the mood and take our minds off the problems of today and tomorrow. And hey, playing games is good for you. Why not give it a try every now and then? It's clear that this face doesn't agree. Played Truth or Dare. When it turned out we only kept asking questions, the most common was, are we gonna eat anything besides tomato soup? We decided that's enough games for now. Maybe you need to get your minds off the soup, man. If only I had a gas mask to replace the axe. Today we were visited by a strange-looking little man who introduced himself as a trader. He insisted his prices are so low it's practically like cutting his own throat. The least we could do is take a look at his offer, though for some reason we don't really trust him. You know what? I'll take a padlock. Why not? Hey, let's go. Mary Jane's back. Oh. She's sick, though. We man trying to make us buy fried cockroaches on a stick covered in some mysterious sauce. The snack looked pretty disgusting, so we turned them down, but we bought something else from him. He looked a bit disappointed. Our house is in ruins. We still haven't paid the mortgage. No need to worry about that now, is there? The least we can do is pick through whatever was left and see if there's any useful items. Maybe one of Timmy's comic books, but no, Timmy, no! The only recognizable furniture in the kids' room were burned desks and Mary Jane's bed. There was a hidden stash under the bed. It was full of soup cans. Our kitchen is a pile of rubble. It took us weeks to find these lovely chairs that matched the floor tiles. Now they were nowhere to be found. Only a few bottles of water remained scattered in the dirt. That's it? A trip to the surface may have been spotted and followed. We should be more careful next time. Uh-oh. Alright, Jin, you can wait one more day. We'll prepare for an expedition. Siblings are back. The group is going bigger with each passing day as they pick up tired and hungry survivors and nurse them back to health. However, so far they only have one tent and soon they'll run out of space. They will run out of space for everybody. I'm assuming that's supposed to be out. Right now they're scouting for a good spot to build a bigger camp and they could really use a map. There you go, bud. They didn't have to ask twice. These people are very friendly, and the way they take care of others is impressive. We showed them the map and pointed out a few bandit camps they should avoid. They were grateful and stayed for a little chat. They said they would be more than happy if we came to visit them once the camp is ready. We can't wait to see how it turns out. Alright. Mary Jane is starving. We'd better give her some food today or else. Alright, man, dang. Alright, we'll send Ted out with a gun since they said they'd be followed. I just fed you, man. Alright, drugs we can give Mary Jane. Mary Jane's still hungry. I'll give her an extra one since I sent her out without food. We were discussing our plans for a first meal that didn't feature tomato soup when we heard yells outside. We discovered they came from a small group of ragged survivors. They were sorry sight and weren't surprised when they requested aid. I'll give them some water, I have extra. Our visitors had problems finding enough words to express their gratitude. Many cheers were shed, smiles and hugs were exchanged, and they wished us the best. It's a great feeling to be helping someone out. They left soon after to seek shelter in the ruins of our town. Let's hope they make it out there. I just fed you, man. Oh, this is calm given the situation. Okay. Our last expedition brought news of a vehicle parked just down the street. It sure looked unique, but we never got close enough to get a good look. When we're certain it's not a bandit trap, perhaps we should send someone over to check it. Mary Jane, you're sick, but you got this. A shocking discovery. It was a dirty ice cream truck. It was a little crispy around the edges, and it was also missing wheels and some other crucial parts, but the seats were fairly comfortable. Wouldn't it be amazing to just drive away and leave this radioactive hell behind us? Mary Jane's arrested, but still complaining. Military's transmitting again. Said the first step is to locate any remaining survivors. The plane will be doing a sweep. We still don't have flashlights. Alright, so we have a potential truck to escape with. Signal us to wait. Yep. Same as last time. Sleazy looking trailer carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. For one can of soup, we get the bag and all of its contents. We can't see what's inside, and the trader gives us a hungry glance as every time we take a step towards the mysterious bag. Should we make a deal? No. I can't afford giving him soup. Ted's back. Right on time. Whoa. Why'd your face get wider? Grandparents always told us to never buy anything sight unseen, and we're not about to start now. Gone are the times of yard sales. We can manage without whatever junk's in the mysterious bag. Return with a gun. We were happy to find the fire station in our town is at least semi-operational, even after the apocalypse. It's not really shocking. Firefighters are the greatest of heroes, right after Marines and ice cream men, ones with happy tunes in their vans. Although none of their faces looked familiar, we're sure they're the real deal. They had uniforms, helmets, and everything. They even customized their headwear by drawing a lot of messing skulls on them. How creative. Near the garage, we found a few firefighters shooting off the giant mutated cockroaches with a fire hose. We joined in and managed to fill some bottles of water in the process. Inside, next to the entrance, we found a mannequin dressed in a police uniform nailed to the wall with a fire axe. It must have been an art installation of sorts, and we were sorry to ruin it, but we really needed that axe. We might sound paranoid, but we think someone followed us. Let's just hope this doesn't happen again. Alright. Give everyone their stuff. We have a surplus of water, but we have no soup. Mary Jane was caught sneaking out under the cover of night. Dolores was furious when Mary Jane revealed she was going out on a date with some bandit boy. She met him during an expedition. Mary Jane asked for a chance to contact her who contacted date via written note to apologize for not showing up. Sure. Let's be friends with the bandits, you know? Gotta help with morale. Dolores agreed that an apology note would be polite in these circumstances. Mary Jane wrote one and dropped it off, but came back red-faced and furious. She saw the bandit boy outside holding hands with some bandit girl. Mary Jane was so hurt, even Dolores took her side. Alright. Hungry. Fatigued. Alright. We're gonna send Mary Jane out, so we'll give her some more. Alright. And it said that we were followed, so we'll give her the gun again. Head's still hungry. I'll give him a bit more food. I had to peek outside for just a minute to see if the store around the corner was still standing. When we were about to step out, we heard a growl in the distance and a pair of ferocious eyes appeared a few feet away. We only had moments to decide. I don't think bug spray is gonna stop an animal, so... We felt it was too risky to face whatever horror waited in the shadows. Did what any sane person would do, we shut the door. The creature was gone the next morning. I just fed you, man. As we were looking through a map, we came across a few markings that were not original. Someone has added a pointer to a location near us. Sure. You got it, Ted. I hear knocking on the door. You got more soup. Map directions weren't too hard to follow. We found our way to our neighborhood's backyard and dug under one of the trees. We discovered 2 food cans. That's what we call a successful treasure hunt. Siblings and their friendly group came by the shelter today to inform us that the camp has been finished. Now they wish to establish some sort of schooling system within the camp. Some of the kids didn't even manage to learn to read before the bomb fell. They need any books they can get their hands on to help educate the youngsters. Alright, we'll give them a book. Ted, your beard grew like a whole thing in like a night. Give to them our beloved Scout Handbook. It will do for younger kids, but one day they will have to establish a complete education system. How about the kids playing 10,000 soup cans to participate in the lessons? We're sure they could find a way to give back after they finish school and get some sort of job in the wasteland. Makes perfect sense. Alright. Food, water. really weird when you get the feeling that something's watching you. Our shelter is tiny, but this has been bugging us for a while now. Checked all the closets and no one's hiding there. There really something down here besides us, maybe a rodent of some kind? So we need to show it that we are the dominant species. Okay. You better not kill each other. Whatever it was, it's dead now. Quite dead. Maybe there's more hiding somewhere in those nasty little holes. A code note was left on our doorstep. It's all symbols and numbers, some sort of cipher that will need to be cracked before we can read the letter. Dolores seems eager for the challenge. However, it's hard to tell how long this could take her, and it could prove to be a waste of her time. Sure. Give her something to do, man. Oh. She's tired now. Dolores instantly sat down with the code and started working on it with a purpose. He looks very focused. His hopeful knows we're staying up all night. Dolores looks tired already. The other day we heard a quiet knock on our door, but when we opened we only found a suitcase on the doorstep and there was no one around. It isn't signed, but it sure looks like it was meant for us. Nope. I ain't trusting no shady suitcase. I have no idea who left this, and nowadays you can't trust anybody. We're not risking our lives for some supplies. They could be poisoned. We threw the gift away and quickly forgot about it. Alright. Again, don't have a flashlight. Been a while since Mary Jane's been here. It's been almost 6 days. Oh. Yeah, that sounds about right. Took several days of silent cursing, but Dolores finally cracked the code. The note contained detailed instructions for some secret location nearby. Alright. You got it, Dolores. Oh, she's full on gone. Alright, Ted, you're by yourself. Play a game of list the things you hate the most. Now, our neighbor's name keep coming up for some reason. Now, remind us the little weasel had a safe in his living room. I will not be stealing from him, actually. Oh, Dolores is back. Looks like she got water. We side against that risky endeavor. Even if the safe is intact, the context is probably as boring and as much as a waste of space as that. Dang, man. Dolores came back looking relaxed and carrying extra supplies. The note was written by her dear old friend Peggy, who now inhabits a shelter together with some other work colleagues of Dolores. She claims it was some sort of secretary job from before she married Ted. It's weird how little we know about that time in her life. She's quite a private person now, dear Dolores, but clearly all those years ago she made friendships for life. These supplies will surely prove useful. Alright. And then you didn't get stuff, so you get it. We didn't pack any lasers when we came down. Some of us can be confused with Sasquatch. I'm not shaving with an axe. We'll prepare just in case, but we don't need to shave. No axe, no shave. Maybe another time. Alright. So we have plenty of water, but we need soup. Oh. She's well rested again. Alright, Ted. You've been the most able-bodied of all of them the entire time. So, I will give you stuff before you go to increase your odds. You know what? I'll send you out with a bottle of water. Because I'd rather keep the one weapon we have in the shelter. Dolores is quite calm, okay. Thought we'd live to see a dancing cockroach. We still haven't, but we saw one that was nearly as big as a cat. Hey, I've got bug spray for that. Bum 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 bum. That was close. A nest of those glowing bugs might have been more than enough to drive us out into the wasteland. Roaches are the worst, but radioactive roaches? Yikes. We woke up to the sound of banging on our door. Someone's been at it like there's no tomorrow. The mayor is speaking. That might be true. Shall we open the door? We're not gonna open it until Ted's back. We're not opening the door. Who knows what's on the other side? Better safe than sorry, especially now that we're so close to getting out of this mess in one piece. Alright, we'll feed you. It's a huge furry bunny beast that seems to be hiding in one of our pipes. It's been poking its head out, eyeing our measly food stash. We cannot let it get to it. We cannot let it be in here when we sleep. Okay. The cans are safe. Too bad for the hairy mutant. Guess we're still top of the food chain. We were admiring a radioactive landscape when we saw a young woman dressed in ragged camo clothing. She had a nasty-looking rifle, but she held us in a polite enough manner. She claimed to be a hunter tracking a big mutated spider. I don't have ammo, sorry. Ted's back? Oh, he got big nose. One person who most thinks we're leaving giant mutated spiders in our neighborhood? We don't want to have anything to do with this stuff. Goodbye, lady. Our expedition went directly to visit our primary school. Not for education, of course. Oh no, we were desperate for supplies and school was our best chance of getting them. The biology class has an aquarium. The fish had died since no one fed them, but the aquarium water could still be drinkable. There's enough for a few bottles. The PE teacher is a World War II veteran. He kept some of his war trophies and memorabilia in his office at school. This included grenades, a bazooka, and a fully functional gas mask. The local scout team had its own room in the school basement. We found it filled with boxes of scout handbooks. Maybe they were preparing for the apocalypse. Anyway, we just took one. Someone followed us. Let's hope this doesn't happen again. Alright. We'll stay here for now. Some door-to-door salesman found his way to our shelter. We remember him from before the apocalypse. Came over with a bunch of leaflets and tried to convince us to join something called Asher Citizen. But we refused. Now he just wants supplies and says he will reveal some state secrets to us. And I mean, we have extra water. Why not? Ken, you just have to live long enough for the door people to come back. We are generous, so we shared our supplies with him. He tried to make us believe that America has a working space station in orbit. Rather had, since according to that guy, it exploded when the bombs dropped. How convenient. A working space station? What a joker. He was probably so hungry and dehydrated, his brain started playing tricks on him. Said water. We'll give you that. Why not? We have stuff to spare. Yep, army flashlight, don't have it. Dun, 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 dun. Ted's still hungry. We'll give you both water again. We've got to spare. Please, you're looking traitor. Nope. I don't have enough soup for your nonsense, my guy. Yep. We'll give you both your stuff, even though you just got some. Working radio, sure. Hey, could the knocking people please come back? Damn it, something blew up inside the radio and The wretched thing caught fire. Alright. Judging by the sounds of gunfire and screams, it sounds like a band of thugs has taken control of the area. Going out could be very risky. Alarm! Someone's trying to break in. They're not alone. We better get ready or else we might end up dead or worse. Alright, lock it up. Didn't think that a small padlock could stop them, but it turned out to be enough to discourage the unknown attackers. Seems that they gave this whole break-in a fair shot, but ultimately gave up and left. Too bad that padlock is in no shape to be used again. We need to think of other ways to fire off the bandits and some soup-hungry barbarians. We were able to defend our home this time, but what if they come back? Player's need for an apt head could try its best on the surface? No. We could really use some more supplies. We counted all of them today and the numbers did not make us happy. Having to do something about it. We know that a teacher from the local school managed to rescue a bunch of kids and lead them to a nearby building where they're relatively safe. We could really use whatever they have. We could really use it right now. We're not attacking a bunch of kids. We're no bandits. Sure, we need supplies, but not at the cost of others. We won't bother these people. A man who takes canned soup from another is not worthy to taste that soup. Let's just hope that everyone else out there is decent as our family. Here, have some more water, gang. Thugs are still in control of the area. Sorry, the radio's broken because you guys are a bunch of dum-dums. Now they're both depressed. Nothing here. Maybe if we try really hard, we can hear the neighbors in their shelter. We are almost certain there are bandits around. Running into them would be a big mistake. We woke up to the sound of banging under our door. Alright. Please be the twins. The end? Let's go! The twins saved us! We were ecstatic when our friends came over today to officially invite us into their new camp. Siblings said they are incredibly grateful for all the help and the assistance we've provided. They claim the whole thing wouldn't be possible without us. They swear they already made a separate house for us, all furnished with some of our own supplies, and there are plenty of families waiting to meet us there. Can't wait to be between people again. Maybe the world isn't as bad as it looks. We can't wait to start a new, more peaceful and normal life. Goodbye, little shelter. You have been at home for a long time, but today it's time to move on and the future is looking really bright. We survived for 60 days. R.I.P. Timmy, R.I.P. Mary Jane. You were some real ones. We did it! Radio, keep up the world after it ends. An atomic adventure awaits. Oh, we have an ice cream truck now. We'll go for another one. Yeah, well, let's see if we can try again ending other than the twins. Alright, Timmy, Mary, and Dolores right there, okay. Alright, I'll grab Mary Jane in the water. Doink. Wham, blam, thank you, ma'am. Doink. Grab my wife. Grab my kid. Alright. Got the whole family. Grab shit. Grab it. Grab it. Boy Scout book. Ammo. Flashlights in the other room. Pop that in there. Grab that, why not? I don't know what it is. Alright, then grab food. Put that in there. I don't have time to grab much else, so we'll just grab these two things. Jump on in. Medkit for all injuries ranging from paper cuts to decapitate. I don't think you can fix that with a medkit. I ain't grabbed the gas mask or the medkit. Meaning whoever goes out there immediately gets to be sick. Shelters on there. We really missed the life we had. The space, the sky, the food, more food. We wish we could go back to the time before this damn bomb dropped. How American, immediately wanted food. What we make of today will be our tomorrow, so let's make it right. Doing alright, feeling safe, fine and well. Making the best of the situation. Okay. Spare ammunition, but now... Did we... Oh my god, they lost the fucking ammunition again? At least we have a flashlight this time. There it is. Found it. First thing we found was a forgotten deck of cards. The Los used solitaire back in the day, so the kids lost a few of the cards. We can now play semi-solitaire. Found it. The ammunition clip was covered by a can. Too bad it was empty, but at least we have our bullets back. Alright, we'll give some stuff to Timmy, because we're sending him out. And we'll give him... Fuck it, we'll send him out with the gun. He's a big boy, he can be a hunter with it. Alright. There isn't a lot of space down here, you can spell everything. When another wall bricks out loose today and revealed a hole, we felt pretty sick. It's the smell coming from the hole, it's terrible. Should we investigate and move this? I mean, it's either you get rid of it or you just deal with a bad smell that could make you sick anyway. Okay. Looked into the whole thing, something might come out with claws or other sharp iPods, nothing happened. Then we found a dead rat who was trying to break into a can of tomato soup. Failed miserably. I have a feeling we'll be luckier than him, so we confiscated it. We gave the cat a proper burial in an empty can. He deserved that much. Alright. Give you all your stuff. This is insane. We keep finding spiders everywhere. They're in our soup. They're in our water. We saw some of them keep coming back, and they're bigger every time we see them. We can't go on like this. It's time to wage war on those spiders. Doink. Beat them up with the book. That's supposed to be like the dead rat. All these new books are precious. They are the perfect weapon for waging total war on insectoids of any kind. People will keep the local spiders in line. Free of the Scout Handbook. While chasing them around the shelter, we found a misplaced water bottle. That was a good hunt. Know very little about what's going on inside. It'd be a good idea to find out more. Sure, let's listen to the radio. It's snowing, so at least they're sleeping. Well, that side's mostly gone. If only Timmy knew that. Well, you know, he was out before then. It was snowing, but they can't sleep? Okay, I guess they're all tired now. We've got Messy Bangs, Mary Jane, Droopy Dolores, and then I don't know what adjective to describe Teddy, just slumped over. Everyone's tired. If anyone can rescue us from this whole situation, it's our government. Badmouth them all they want, but that probably means you're either a naysayer or a commie. We're good citizens, we've been paying our taxes regularly, so we're sure Uncle Sam is coming to get us. Well, except that one time where never mind, the government people are coming and we should keep our ears on that. Oh my god, they committed tax evasion. Timmy's back. And he's sick as shit. Make contact, military's out there and they're coming for us. Yep. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and safe from us now. The proud Ellison Hotel was completely destroyed. Piles and piles of luggage were lying between heaps of rubble, while a few rooms on the lower levels partially splattered. Every room was stocked with water bottles for guests, a few of them remained relatively untouched by the explosion. The lobby was mostly destroyed with barely anything that could be found on the floor, except for one very hairy and very dead lumberjack. He had an axe in his hand. So much for our rifle, it got damaged during our expedition. Spotted a vehicle down the street, couldn't get a good look at in the dark. Maybe future expeditions will prove more fruitful. Alright, we'll give you one more day. Everyone's too tired, but we'll plan it just in case. Listen to the radio or you'll talk to yourselves, that's fine. Everyone's still depressed. How fortunate we took the radio with us. We could probably listen to music. They still play music out there, don't they? Alright, everyone gets your stuff. No one can go out. Dolores can now, though. And Mary Jane. Alright. Both of them are fine. So, shelters will come out by Ted screaming Bloody Mary. He is terrified, trying something about tentacled, radioactive mutants on top of his face. Tonight it was just Mary Jane stepping on his head in the dark. Ted took it very personally and demands medical care. We don't have medical care, my guy. And he's crazy now. Ted and Mary Jane refused to apologize and move on, and instead went straight into a state of paranoia. He seemed to think Mary Jane had out for him, while Mary Jane clung to his Ted's face that hit her foot, and not the other way around. Looks like both of them will sleep with one eye open tonight. Alright, we'll give Mary Jane some stuff, because she's just Mary Jane. But I'll give her stuff anyway. You can go out with an axe. Oh, Ted's energized, but he's more crazy. Ted's mental health worries us all, but we don't know how to help him. During our last expedition, we ran into a smelly man in torn up clothes. We recognized him as old bum named Jim, who used to own the streets of our town. Our room's a wasteland, and it looks like he followed us home. Now he's banging on our door, asking us if we want to buy a lock. Sure, I'd love a lock, Jim. Oh, the telephone's going off. Open the door, greeted the old man with smiles, just bag filled with rocks. Yep. Ted isn't acting normally. Sometimes his behavior is pretty disturbing. You guys, one more day, ring ring, the reward and everything. We hear a telephone again. Ted, your crazy ass can go talk on the telephone. It's a phone, gas of relief, private okay, it's the twins. Alright, get all your stuff, stop complaining. Ted and Dolores argue about something lately. Today's heated argument is about who could empty the bucket in the corner. Both of them thought it's not their turn. Someone has to cave in and do it, but who? Ted, you can empty the bucket. Oh. Apparently having to empty the bucket. Dolores admitted it was her turn to take out the bucket, but she said she was feeling under the weather. Ted felt bad for her and agreed to do it this time. In return, Dolores was promised to laugh at Ted's joke the whole evening. Heartwarming. So Ted decided to be sane, and then Dolores decided to be crazy. Put that in your pocket. Oh no, mutated ants. Dolores, you have your way. We're not having ants. And she's not crazy. Alright, there we go. Top of the topic ant farm, Dolores put her foot down several times. She swatted and stomped furiously, with a look of glee on her face. Until all the insects were dealt with, Timmy was mortified. We're regular families, so we have the occasional argument or two. But it was never as intense as the fight we just got into. No one wants to speak to each other. Let's hope this won't last too long. Mary Jane, please come back with a med kit. Timmy is ill. Can't really sleep after all that arguing. Let's hope it won't happen again. Shine your boots and hoist the flag. The army's on the radio again. Shine the light. So, Mary Jane's back. Let's go. And now they're both sick, because I don't have a gas mask. Everything was going as planned, but then the flashlight stopped working. Thought the metro station would be a good spot to scavenge for undamaged supplies. It turned out someone came up with the same idea. There's a group of people living down there. They use bullets as currency. There are no bandits, but they keep to themselves. They told us to have a look around if they wanted to. Couldn't pass any opportunity, got more water. Well, we found so when we found the toilets, we did not hesitate to fill as many bottles as we could with that murky, irradiated liquid. What a treat. Near the metro entrance, we discovered a tomato soup vending machine. Of course, we left most of our change and another pair of trousers, but we took whatever we could. Small maintenance area next to the toilet ticket booth. We were hoping to find a bit of soap to finally wash ourselves. The only thing we could find was a can of bug spray. The group living at the station had thrown a bunch of suitcases, backpacks, bags from a big pile called a barricade. We carefully took out a particularly nice-looking suitcase. It was quite tricky, and we came close to collapsing that house of cards, but thankfully we didn't ruin the whole thing. Axe didn't make it. Vehicle down the street looked like someone's work in progress. We observed it from afar. We didn't think the owner could be. Kept our distance for the time being, but we might want to get a closer look in the future. Alright. You can live one more day. We'll send Timmy out with nothing. Take from the rich and give to the poor. We're pretty rich, I'd say, so no. The answer. The noise is faded away. Alright. Timmy, you get sent out with nothing because you're likely gonna die from your sickness. Rest in peace, MVP Timmy. Dolores, not Dolores, Mary Jane, you brought back a lot, but like, you brought back all the useless shit. Give you some more food, I guess. Ted and Mary Jane have been butting heads lately. Today got into an argument about movie characters, specifically who would win in an ultimate battle, mutated Godzilla or mutated Donkey Kong. It's a tricky one for sure, but the debate is heated. Who will come out on top? I don't know any of the lore for that. We'll go with Mary Jane because she's sick. Why you go crazy the moment you lose an argument, Ted? Come on. Mary Jane objectively won the debate with the sheer volume of her voice. A few hours in the shouting, Ted was begging her to stop, playing about a nauseating headache. Mary Jane was satisfied, Ted less so. Crazy. You're still I just fed you, man. That's on you. Mary Jane was injured. Well, I don't have that for you, Mary Jane. Sorry. Mary Jane will be fine. It's not the first time, it won't be the last time she's sick. Hey, a visit by a young man worried about his twin sister. We'll have Ted be the hero. Crazy Ted. Crazy Ted's still crazy. Young man was assisted by a group of other survivors. Found the girl, threw a weapon, fought the man guarding the exit. Thought the Bentley was actually their father. Crazy small world we live in. Anyway, they were really thankful and promised to contact us soon. These looking traitor. Nope. Don't have the stuff for that, my guy. So we've got crazy, sick, and not doing great. Supplies are scarce, morale's low, you can smell a desperation. Looks like old folks in the retirement home. It shouldn't be hard. No, we're not attacking old people. Timmy actually came back? I was not expecting you to come back, my guy. Loving innocent people? Absolutely not. We are not savages. We cannot stoop that low. So, favorite Timmy Bay came back. We liked our street, especially during national celebrations. Everyone joined in and decorated their lawns and houses. Plenty of fun was to be had. The street didn't look like it would be used for any celebrations anytime soon. Not in the next 100 years anyway, but we had an idea. Maybe something could be useful, could be still found amongst the rubble. Appears that Mr. Jenkins, from down the road, was brewing his own moonshine. We discovered a few bottles with labels that suggested a high percentage of alcohol. Stuff tasted like water, so we assumed he failed. Or did he? The fact that Timmy came back, you deserve that, my guy. We'll send out Mary Jane next. It's an ice cream truck missing wheels. We'll just... Outside was rusty, a little bit on top of it. We'll hope to drive away from you. Scavenge with something to reinforce it. Just get a flashlight, I guess. Armed with a flashlight, we braved the darkness for an almost intact basement and a few houses down the street. Lots of cobwebs and an impressive collection of barbecues to get some grills to install in our vehicle for protection. It smelled wonderful too. Oh, the flashlight didn't make it, shame. Alright, so fatigued, hungry and fatigued. You get that, you get both since I'm about to send you out. And you are out with nothing because you're probably gonna die of illness. Alright, Timmy. We need you to use the Boy Scout book and make a medkit somehow. Thirsty. Hungry and thirsty, yeah. Good time to go on a radioactive wasteland. Come necessity. Probably be a good idea to make the house sooner rather than later. Plan a trip aside. Before you can take the third step, unknown creature growled at us. We'll just let it be. Under circumstances, we might risk battling a beast in the darkness, but for some reason we felt that was not to our liking. So we screamed and screamed with terror. The creature was probably more afraid of us than we were of it and left in a hurry. Alright. Dehydrated, hungry. Timmy's just got all of it. Army's coming, not yet anyway, that's because they need cut down trees. Don't have an axe. Alright, give everyone... No, lumberjacks, we're not chopping down that park, maybe another time. Alright, everyone gets their stuff on day 5. Playlist games with things you hate the most. Neighbor's name kept coming up. Timmy, you got this. Did you find anything in there? Reached in Ned's house, found a safe cracked open by the bass. Was the contents were destroyed, but we salvaged something. Ned was nowhere to be found. He likely perished in a radioactive agony. Timmy, you're the MVP. You're still getting me stuff even though You definitely need more. Of the plain tasteless water, Dolores is really craving a cup of coffee. Real true blue American coffee, the kind you can drink 5 cups and still feel sleepy. Well, we're gonna find that in the wasteland. Timmy, go on the coffee one. You got this. Volunteer came back empty-handed. Dinosaur just sat holding the gun with some seeds lying around. Mary Jane, yeah, I wasn't expecting Mary Jane to come back, I'm gonna be honest. Playing another one. Strange noises. But nothing to feel really going crazy. Let's play some cards, guys. Fun miss, forget about what was it again? Doing me sick, but I don't have shit for you, Timmy. We'll give Dolores stuff because Dolores is probably the most competent out of all of them right now. Then I said I could have sworn I sent Dolores out. Ban tank, Timmy, you got it. Did the tank blow up? Timmy, no! No! Last thing we expected was a giant explosion. We could hear the debris falling from the sky and hitting the side of remains of our house. The tank must have been booby-tracked to contain volatile explosives. How did we do it? Timmy, no! Timmy, no! Timmy, no! We'll send you out with a gun, I guess. You know what? We'll send you out suitcase, gun, and we'll throw in the harmonica for funsies. Maybe she can go be a bard in the wasteland. Ted's by himself. We desperately need food. Sure, I'll take an extra bottle of water. I heard knocking. Change goods with Trey and she went on her way. Before she left, she insisted that we should listen to Braille broadcast if we ever want to get out of that shelter. That was a safer place to be. Siblings, yep, we all have an axe, guys, sorry. I hear more knocking. Tree and axe, wood chopping qualities are quite useful, but it's better as a deadly weapon against advanced. Either way, we obviously couldn't help our friends today. But a bunch of people dressed in Halloween doctor outfits. Some of the supplies got eaten by what looked like a Sasquatch, asking hydrogen peroxide. We don't have that, sorry. But it's a scam, they're not even real doctors. No way they're giving these cooks anything. Military's communicating, we still don't have an axe. Well, we don't have food, so you just get to be hungry for a while. Sure, let's listen to our radio. We were able to tune in and get rid of just enough stack to hear a very energetic and lively speaker. He seemed well informed and mentioned a few helpful tips that should make it easier for us to survive the next expedition. Too bad Dolores doesn't have that right now. Small suitcase, no thanks. Dolores is back. Please have food. Please have food. She got food, but she's sick as shit. Gift. Dolores came back with the She did not come back with a harmonica, it looks like. Going to supermarket is not as easy as it used to be. Now the raids have taken over the place, and running plunder operations in the area is more difficult than ever since the numbers left on guard duty were limited. It was possible to sneak around there and retrieve some of the loot. It was worth a shot. Got a few soup cans, a flashlight lying on the ground is an easy way to get your neck broken. Learn this the hard way. It's amazing that no one heard all the noise. One of the walls decorated a very big map of the surrounding area. Several buildings had X markings on them. Thought this dark alley was surprisingly stacked at the end looked promising. But to our complete surprise, it was an ambush. A bandit came out of nowhere, tried to intimidate us with a rifle and some really bad breath, both aimed our direction. We panicked, tossed something at him, and made a run for it. The harmonica we threw at him right in the forehead, knocking him unconscious. We threw a harmonica at him and knocked him unconscious. And got it. Okay. Bunch of weird after just got stuck inside of a harmonica and we took it outside. It was fun while it lasted. We've been spotted. Okay. Lois, it's not easy to go tired of our situation. Lois has been looking rather down for a while. She even refuses to eat soup. How crazy is that? It's hard to say if we can help her, but trying to cheer her up might be worth a shot. Let's give her a book to read, I guess. Is what, are we gonna spray bug spray on her and be like, haha, you smell bad? Giving Dolores a book seemed like a good idea, but she was too tired and too sad to read anything. Hope she gets better soon. Okay. Alright, Ted. You get to go out with a suitcase. Give you the gas mask so you don't get sick. And the map. Alright, Dolores, you got this. Hang in there. Easy looking traitor? Nope. What was that noise? Grandparents, no, yeah. Just take your stuff. Oh, and that huge puddle of water wasn't there. God damn it. Radio was rescued first before any of that filthy liquid got into its case. It wasn't long before most of the water disappeared. Damage it done was enough to upset its cleaning, and fixing this mess will take us days. And what's that smell? Price is so low, he's kind of still. This is not low prices. You're silly. Despite his desperate attempts to sell us all kinds of things, useless or not, we turned down the man's offer. It's probably for the better. He did look quite untrustworthy. Give you another bit of food, I guess. Sorry guys, we don't have an axe. Never have. More knocking. An axe, yep. Someone's at the door. I don't think I have enough for an ending yet. Because, yeah, neither of those. So, either like pranksters or some were bandits, and I'm not risking it. Bang stopped after a while, and whoever it was behind the door left. Yeah, still don't have that axe, guys. Hey, she rested enough that she's not keeled over. Run away into a shelter. I don't need state secrets. Hey Ted, welcome back. Looks like you got some more water. As a rule, you don't just go to a salesman, especially ones who attempt treason. We told him to go back to where we were playing, dropped the earth from him, he got angry, soared off, mumbling something about our souls are going to be devoured by alien lord Yontara. Poor guy, he seemed very confused. Got a suitcase. How do you find the fire station in your town? Semi-operational. They had their helmets decorated and stuff, and got some water. Damage that. Damage that. We just got water. Great. Love that, Ted. Thanks. Really appreciate it. No fan of mushrooms. I'm good. One of us are already sick. Maybe hungry, but there are some things we'll never eat. Wall fungus is one of them. Just go out with the suitcase, Dolores. You got it. Alright, Ted. All by ourselves. Don't have an axe to even shave our face. Sorry, Ted. You're gonna have to deal with it. Relax, no shave. Maybe another time. Open the name of freedom, came a shout from outside the door. We should kind of be representing freedom. Sure. I love freedom. When we peeked outside, we were greeted by a group of high school students. They were all well equipped and looked like they could take care of themselves. Questioning us about enemy combatants in the area, we couldn't help them. They were happy to leave one of their spare axes with us in case we needed to defend ourselves. We asked why they would do it. They replied, it's what Wolverines do. That's nice. Good for them. A lot of noises coming from our neighborhood recently. Guessing there was a zoo escape and animals are stampeding up there. I'm not about to get Mufasa'd. No thanks. Hey, Dolores came back. No, it was just... My excursion sounds too risky. Okay. It just made door noises for no reason. Never mind. Don't have a map, sorry. Is that her for real this time? Oh my gosh, it is! Tried to decline politely, the guest went clearly offended, galloped away, waving the wooden swords and screaming something about cutting down shrubberies. Absolutely crazy. Back with the suitcase. When man desperate enough, any place is good to look through to get food and water. Our expedition was coming home with nothing to show for all the searching, but they stumbled across full cans of trash in our neighborhood. One man's trash, another man's treasure. Or a pre-blast neighbors threw out a few unopened cans of soup. Joke's on him. If he's in his shelter right now, he's probably full of regrets. A line like that, who wouldn't be? Oh, the irony. Maybe a paradox, or maybe neither. A gas mask is lying in a pile of stinky garbage. Well, you know, never hurts to prepare. Brother and sister, we need help, so have our axe. Might have just got it, but you know, we'll help you out. You splintered, work's done, we even had some fun. It was almost like building that treehouse in our backyard all over again. The group and the leaders appreciated our help and said they would definitely let us know when the whole thing is finished so we can come and visit them. Ted can go out. Okay. Gas mask. Take a flashlight, I guess. Got this, Ted. Hopefully Dolores can hang on long enough. He's not coming, not yet anyway. Hold on, I'll give you food. Cut down the trees. No, gotta get 2 endings at once. Our axe seems to have broken. Chopped down as many trees as we could. It wasn't much, but hopefully it will make a difference they wanted. Next time they get in touch, I'd prefer it be from a tank poked on our lawn or what's left of it. Only regret is that this wood chopping business ruined our axe. Let's tune in. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Nothing but annoying static. Trash cans filling full of empty soup cans. Just spray the whole thing down. Dodge a bullet this time. That is, if a bullet was a huge hairy, had 8 legs and a glowing head. All hands on deck. There are people on the other side of the door and they don't seem too friendly. In fact, they've promised us painful death at least 17 times already, and it's only been 5 minutes since they arrived. Alright, just lock the place up. I didn't think a small padlock would be enough to stop them, but turned enough to discourage the unknown attackers. We'll break in a first shot. Too bad the padlock is in no shape to be used again. We're able to defend our home this time, but what if they come back? Oh man, just take some. Sorry, I don't have ammo. One person who murders things for a living, giant mutated spiders in our neighborhood, we don't want anything to do with this. Goodbye, lady. Plans for a fire meal. Survivors. Sure, I'll give you some water. Hey, Dolores rested enough. Good for them. Not the best time or place to make plans for the future, but we can't help but think about what we can make of this terrible situation. Is our house still standing, or will we have to move to some forsaken hole like Toronto? Canada's not that bad, guys. Come on. I'm worried Ted's taking a little too long. Perhaps moving away won't be too bad. We can probably make new friends, meet new people, provided anyone's still alive, that is. It was very unwise of Ted to walk right into the hands of a gang of filthy bandits camped nearby. He's not coming back. Well, shit. For all these days, smell bad, we're already sick, it doesn't matter. World is ended, who cares about showering? Doink. No, we're gonna stay put, actually. I hear knocking. Please be help. Can't just stand around with Dolores so sick. We don't have anything. Have some water, I guess. Here's some of my friends. Sibling visit us today. Camp's now done. Have concerns. The idea of funds going on a radioactive wasteland, possibly getting eaten by mutated cockroaches in the process. Sure, have a one source of entertainment. 69, nice. Even playing with an incomplete set of checkers is a better choice for these kids than playing hide and seek in the radioactive wasteland. Maybe the other way around. The group is still grateful and we're sure their children will be too. We hope to see our friends again soon to find out more about their new camp life. Another military announcement on the radio. Well, Day 70. We've made it. Made it to the meeting. Serious looking soldier asked a few questions and made some notes, so they'd be back to us. Well, have some more soup. Wish we could just leave. Sitting down here with barely anything to do is driving us good. Us? Just me and you, Dolores. There's no one here. Still, it's better to be safe down here than dead up there. Dolores is still quite ill. Yes, I'm aware. Raiders are at our doorstep. Get shot, I guess. Guns broken. Great. We've got no more defense. Able to fight off the bandits this time, but there's no guarantee they won't come back. We need to be prepared at all times. Our trusty old rifle helped us fight, but now it's just a piece of junk. That's not good. Use some supplies. Count all them. Numbers make us happy. Sorry, not attacking kids. I hear knocking. Please be the military or the twins, please. We're no bandits. Yep. Just eat and drink. Of course it's you. I'd rather keep reading. The heck is that noise? Refused to trade. Hopefully made the right choice, but Trevor's not too happy about this. What's that sound? I know something or someone's coming below us. It's only reasonable to go check it out. Manhole in the cupboard? Sorry. You get to be crazy because I don't have either of those. Going into tight dark tunnel is not a good idea, especially with those weird noises coming from it. They're giving us the creeps even up here. That's cool, man. Yep. I don't have anything. Raiders got us. No telling what will happen to us next. We're at the mercy of thugs, and it's unlikely to have a happy ending. It's the end of the line for us. Rest in pieces. Because I didn't have an axe that entire time. I perished, but she's right there just fine actually, so... Time to run it back. We'll just run it back as is. We don't need some weaker thing. We can handle it. Alright, there's a bunch of stuff right there. Checkers. I'm grabbing the med kit this time because that has screwed us over way too much. Grab some water. Run back. Tuck the suitcase down there while it's there. Chuck that down there. My wife. Grab an axe. Timmy. Bug spray. Water. Got a blast. Hey Mary Jane, how's it going? Let me grab you real quick. Grab the book. Have time one more. Gas mask. Gun. Radio. To the shelter. To the shelter. Alright. I feel like while we're gonna be low on food and water, I actually got a bunch of stuff this time. Like, the only thing I'm missing is the map, ammo, and padlock. I think we did pretty good. All of us made it to the shelter just before the blast. Got a flashlight. Got some cards. I guess also the harmonica, but I don't really care about that, so. Relocation spot something will be discussed after we get out of here. Yep. Nothing more annoying than silence, and that's all we're getting from our radio. Sure, let's try working with the radio. And you broke it already, you numbskulls. Well, that didn't go well, and we broke the damn thing. Technology changes so fast these days, it's hard to keep up. Who needs the radio anyway? I'm gonna give you stuff before you go. Suitcase. Gas mask. I think that should be fine. Alright, come out to the wasteland. You all fine. Stop lying. Strange noises. Play some cards. Having some fun, miss. Forget about whatever. Alright, have your stuff. Trickling sound. Why is water wet? We're getting flooded. Good thing we only have one thing to care about. I was lucky, a shelter filled with water. Still, we were going to get drowned with our heads barely above the water. We weren't even able to open the hatch and escape. But we can start considering the worst. Water levels started to drop. We're fine, save for the mess we have to deal with. Mary Jane's been silent. Sure. Letting solve the problem better than honest conversation over a hot beverage. We don't have the latter, but talking alone seemed to do the trick. Hello, Miso. Welcome to the chat. We're playing some 60 seconds today. Oh, we designed this fallout shelter was genius, but we can really tell if the green stuff dripping from the pipe was an include feature. Sure, let's do something about it. How you doing, Miso? Timmy's back, and he just looks depressed. Came back with the gas mask, that's really what I really care about. Especially exploring the neighborhood when we got captured by a scared-looking thug with a shotgun. Odds weren't in our favor until a crate fell out of the sky and dropped right down on the bandit. Excellent time at government aid. A food drop, that's what we needed. What did they drop this time? Bread, cheese, meat, chocolate? Nope, tomato soup cans. Hooray! Doing good, how about you? I'm doing alright, just vibing on games on stream right now. Someone forgot to fill the water crate with something sunk in the fall. As a result, most of the bottles were shattered. Luckily, a few of them survived. That should be enough to keep us going for a bit. My supplies include a working radio. The problem was we weren't able to find one of the dropped crates. Eventually, we found a box full of toasters. We spent some time tinkering with them using trial and error, and up with a radio that occasionally works. We call that a win. Suitcase is gone, but that's fine. I gave you stuff before you left, Timmy. You should be fine. Wish we could just leave. Sitting down here with barely anything to do is driving us crazy. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Just doing a fun stream on my day off work. Alright. Sorry, I was just changing tabs on my thing. But, alright. Timmy's already raring to go? Dang, Timmy. Crazy. Some of us are keener to go outside than others. Either way, it's time to choose. Most able-bodied person. Alright, Mary Jane, you got this one. Timmy just got back. Alright. Mary Jane went outside. Hope she hurries back soon. Doink, doink, doink. You're all fed and whatnot. Last thing we expected to hear while sitting outside the channel was a trumpet, played by someone who's clearly not a trumpet player, and who had probably never heard a trumpet player in his entire life. Came with a friend who knocked on the door, demanded that we let the merry men enter, so they could take from the rich and give to the poor. We are rich. I would rather not. Telephone lines, the twins. Didn't answer those peculiar calls and kept the door locked until the noises outside faded away. Who are those guys? Yeah. They trying to be Robin Hood while I'm the rich, so I don't want to give them my stuff. We're not exactly sure we want those people to come back. They sound harmless enough, but can homeless people be trusted in these troubling times? They might be worse than those who don't seem harmless at all. Alright, that's great. Phone call, Dolores, you got it. But yeah, I've done 2 runs so far. One I've got saved by the twins, and one I got captured by raiders. It's the twins again. Okay. As long as you have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we'll have to leave eventually. Be good to head straight into safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble. That's even possible in this situation. I hope that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us. Sure, let's get the military going. Bum, 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 bum. Why is Timmy depressed now? We knew it. The government has not fallen. They're coming to save us. They didn't give us exact dates in the radio transmission, but we'll show that it won't keep us waiting long. Why is Timmy suddenly tired and depressed? Buddy, I get we don't have apple juice, but like, calm down. Timmy claimed he couldn't sleep last night due to Ted's loud and incessant snoring. Ted angrily retaliated by making clips about the size of Timmy's ears, which enraged Timmy even more. He's desperate for a solution. What can be done about it? Medical aid, or... I'm gonna save the med kit. We're gonna have you guys play a game of checkers to decide how to deal with it. Timmy eventually settled for jamming checker pieces into his ears. Not what the doctor would order, but it did the trick. He slept well, although one of the pieces is missing this morning. Is it still stuck in his ear? And more importantly, can we still play checkers without it? Guys can last one more day. Someone knocked on the door. We were suspicious and cautious, but after a few minutes of talking, it turned out to be a group of old ladies who were at a tea party not far from where the bombs dropped. That would be only good manners to talk to them face to face. When we opened the door, those old bats attacked us with their umbrellas, canes, and something that looked like a spiked table leg. We need to fight back. Get shot, nerds. This is America. You came to my shelter thinking you could get out of it? No. Not surprising that a few shots were enough to send those cowards running. The question is, what happens to the rifle? What happens if the rifle malfunctions so we use all of our ammo? We do hope it won't come to that, otherwise we might need to defend ourselves using knives and forks. Oh damn it, we spoke too soon. We think the ground is spoken. What shall we do now? Mary Jane came back with a gas mask. A pile of car wrecks revealed that we stumbled across a big parking lot. Almost no cars survived the blast wave, but we went between the wrecks to explore anyway. Under the burnt remains of a picnic table, we found some bottled water. Those bottles were not in the best state, but the contents looked perfectly drinkable. In one of the trunks, we found a leather suitcase. It's almost untouched. We're a bit disappointed there was nothing inside. The suitcase alone. Why are we constantly getting the suitcase back out of everything? Like, we spotted some sort of vehicle just down the street, and we couldn't get a good look enough at in the dark. Future expeditions. Alright. Mary Jane, you could have done better. Alright, Timmy, you're doing great. What's in your pocket, Timmy? Timmy, sorry. No ants. We don't need it eating our food. On the topic of atomic ant farm, Dolores put her foot down several times. She swatted and stomped fiercely with a look of glee on her face until all the insects were dealt with. Timmy was mortified. I want cake. Well, that's a shame. Timmy, go out with suitcase, gas mask. You got it, bud. We went out to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. You seem to be doing just fine every time he hasn't come back so far, so... Is there like a good ending to the game? Yeah, there's a couple, I think. There's at least 2 so far where there's one with the twins and there's one with the military. I don't know about any other endings, but I've gotten the twin one so far, where you like go with a group of survivors and live at the camp, and then I'm assuming the military rescues us at some point, but I just have never had the stuff to complete it. We know very little about what's going on outside. It'd be a good idea to find out more. Maybe discover if anyone else made it to safety. You better not break it. Okay, I didn't hear the break noises. We were able to get a weak signal and have an emergency service. Far outside, it's mostly gone. Okay. Something's missing. Let's see. Fan hum, check. Strange noises in our pipes. All shells outside, check. Dolores hasn't spoken. Sure, let's talk with Dolores. Let's be a family man, Ted. Come on. Talking to Dolores helped resolve some of her issues and doubts. She feels better now. That's great. Ted and Dolores argue about everything lately. His argument is who should empty the bucket in the corner. Both of them thought it's not their turn, someone has to cave in to do it, but who? I had Ted do it last time. It's your turn. Dolores could not take the stink anymore and finally just took the matter and the bucket into her own hands. Ted felt guilty and tried to help her. Then they both slipped, and long story short, we had a bunch of cleaning up to do, and some things could not be salvaged. That's a shame. Yesterday charades, we learned that Mary Jane didn't know how to spell anti-establishmentarianism, and it left Dolores completely sorely disappointed. She insists on home, or rather shelter schooling Mary Jane a little. I can't say words, I barely speak enough as it is. I ain't doing long. Oh, and they're both tired now. Dolores does not mess around. What started out as a spelling exercise has quickly found its way to a math revision, followed by a short physics course, and ending on tinkering with random objects in the shelter. Mary Jane looks exhausted, but we can't deny the state of our shelter has improved today. That's great, man. Found the shelter door today, saw a letter on the ground. It was a cry for help from a group of friendly survivors nearby. Bring some supplies over. Alright, let's go for the twins again. We'll try and do the military, but you know, the twins keep coming for us, and they won't stop coming. Authors of the note turned out to be twin siblings, yep. We agreed us happily and took us to a small tent where they started handing out the supplies we brought to a small group of hungry survivors. Between them, there were people of all ages, including children, the elderly, and even a mime. Siblings shook our hands and proclaimed that this is the beginning of a new friendship. Yeah, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. They promise to contact us again soon. Hey Timmy, it's been a minute. Another broadcast from the military said they need to locate the general area that we're in, and that they want us to leave specific markings to spy. That the markings should be cards. Playing cards. How strange is that? Alright, so we've got the military going as well. Cards are in place. All I need to do is wait for the army to pinpoint our location. That shouldn't take long, we hope. Really weird when you get the feeling that something's watching you. Shelter's tiny, but it's bugging us for a while now. Shoot it. This is America. Timmy, you're back! And you've grown an afro! Whatever it was, it's dead now, quite dead. He brought that suitcase. Crowd hotel completely destroyed. Got water. Luggage bags is filled with a wide array of different flashlight models. Only one was working condition. Gas mask damaged. Man, y'all aren't bringing shit back to the shelter, guys. Had a chance to meet the strangest person today. Looked like a human, triple the amount of arms. Offered us a deal if we share some of our supplies. Help us on our next expedition. We have more soup than... Oh, it's water we have more of. Do water. Alright. Now we feed and water all of them. Shinju quickly became a friend when we agreed to his terms. It didn't cost us that much, and we will sleep easier knowing that we'll come back safely from our next trip. Alright. Dolores, you got this. I'll send you out with... the flashlight, I guess. Bum 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 bum. Everyone's tired, but they're still alive. Sleazy looking trader, don't have enough soup, my guy. That's a you problem. What's that growling? For an isolated fallout child, we have a lot of disturbances. Sure, let's just go down swinging. Oh. What the hell? We barely made it out alive. It was a giant mutated crocodile or an alligator. Something else with a giant mouth and plenty of teeth. Is anyone hurt? Mary Jane was injured. Damn it, Mary Jane. Well, the cupboards in the shelter was a bit shaky. Secret door. Shoot it. Figure the best way to make sure no one jumps aside was the when the fuse room was bashed the door open and started firing. When the smoke was gone, we were able to assess the operation. The room was empty, with nothing but the walls, and we barely dodged one ricochet gone bad. Most curious visitors today. Don't have a map, sorry. We tried to decline politely, the guests were completely offended. Alright, so everyone can get water. Nope. But I need to assess who has been more useful for me. Timmy's been the MVP, and Mary Jane's just sort of existed. So, I'll give them the soup. Medical supplies, sure. Because Mary Jane can survive 5 more days, technically. Got a new medkit. What do you know? Combining American innovation and deadly bug spray can result in just enough drugs to replenishing an empty first aid kit. Timmy was never a fan of soup, but soup is all he talks about now. He must be hungry. I just gave you shit, my guy. Friends kept their promise. Issue's simple, they need meds. Sure. Good thing that just happened. Oh, shit. Didn't want to see the camp finish, so shared our meds on a second thought. Came back with that. Mutant Groot left us a hand. Hope get a chance to meet that group again. Metro station, good cabbage. Bullets as currency. Water, soup. Bug spray, and nice one, Dolores. You did great. You didn't get food. Alright, Timmy, you might be sent out again. We were afraid the army wouldn't get back to us, but they eventually did. The next transmission was full of evacuation promises, and our big if. Speaker requested that any survivor groups armed with firearms should dispose of them before they get rescued. We don't know what this is about, but if it sounds like violating our rights, on the other hand, sure, let's just keep it going. Gotta get the endings as fast as possible. Decided to follow military orders, got rid of our rifle, did a heavy hard, but that's the price for getting safety, we'll pay it gladly. That doesn't mean we'll never get another one though. That's right, they never said I had to keep it that way. Oh, Mary Jane's also able to go? Timmy, you've been the MVP. So, I believe you can do this. What can I give him? Give him the book, I guess. Got this, Timmy. And you're sick now too? What do you do, Mary Jane? Caught something nasty. Great. Excellent. Love that. I've got both of them sick. Spiders. I'd rather save the bug spray to make another med kit. Then we can get rid of the spiders with our bare hands, feet, and whatever body parts we can use. Underestimated chances, they're fast, they're tired. Great. Love that. Patience wearing thin, we thought it'd be a good idea. Quick look outside. Animalize. Flash them. It's a dog! Who's the doggo? Decided to check what's coming in with a flashlight. Guess what? It was a dog. The poor thing seemed tired, so we let it stay with us for the night. Next morning, we'll open the door, let it out. It hasn't returned. Hopefully, it'll come back later. Fish idea. If you come out that with someone knocking on our door, it seems to be true. He's interested in ammunition. Don't have it, sorry. Fellow stranger was disappointed, but that was none of our business. If there was ever a time to get used to life being disappointing, the end of the world is probably it. You right? Hopefully Timmy brings back soup. You wouldn't expect a nuclear explosion to be enough to punch any petty arguments. The future is not looking too pretty, and all you see is naked walls. Not much is necessary for an explosion. It happened. We started fighting like crazy. Bum, bum, bum. Enough arguing. There are more important things to worry about. Open the name of freedom. Wolverines were nice to us last time. Let them in. We regretted opening the door the minute we saw who was standing on the other side. Dark faces, rifles, determined looks. We're doomed, we thought. Then out of the blue, one of them asked if we were with the Reds. We never supported the Red Sox, so we confidently said that we weren't. Tension dropped immediately, and those nice young people gave us 2 bottles of water. Told us to have no fear since Wolverines are around. We're not sure the Wolverines have to do with all this, but we took their word for it. Yep, they're around until the bandits show up, and then they're probably dead. Razors? No, we're not gonna shave with an axe. That just sounds like you're risking getting injured. No axe, no shave. We'll give them to the 2 sick people. Ted can live. Dog friend's back. We don't have food. Sorry, Pancake. Please have food, Timmy. You did great, Timmy. Let's go. So favorite Timmy came back. Pick between the level in our backyard. Found some soup. Barbecue. Land on the power line. Found a harmonic. Soup and harmonic. You know what? I'll take it. And you get some water too. Alright, Ted, you got this. Friends are back, not surprised they need assistance. Nice mutated cockroaches. There you go. Roaches proved to be reasonable. They responded to violence by moving out. They didn't even put up much of a fight. Maybe they were peaceful. Who cares? Camp's no way to live in, and we hope their friends will enjoy the new insect-free home. Alright, Ted. You got this. I'll send you out with the harmonica. Ted left with service. Hope he'll be back soon. We didn't say a word about it when he was outside. He scratched his hand on a wire. You're the one non-sick guy. Gotta amputate it. He was very brave about the idea of cleaning up his room with the heated axe blade. It was a bit painful, but it was soon over. The axe is in no shape to be used again. Bro, you heated up the axe? Like, if you heat it up, that shouldn't, like, completely break it. It would just cause... Wait for the metal to cool off, guys. Military announcement. Soldiers are nearby, or a single person. Mary Jane, you got it. Timmy's full of wonder again. Made it to the meeting, the serious-looking soldier asked a few questions, made notes, told us they'd get back to us. There you go. Mary Jane's caught sneaking on the cover of Night. Yes, you can leave your note, Mary Jane. Ted's back. Don't be sick. No. Okay, Ted's not back. For hours of tears, begging, pleading, some more tears, Dolores caved. Mary Jane wrote a note to the band droid, used some hearts with tomato soup, dropped it off, came back angry and disappointed. Apparently the boy was eaten by a mutant raccoon while waiting for her the other night. Mary Jane said it was for the best. He was clearly a better raccoon father than boyfriend material. And Mary Jane, your love life's tragic. I don't want the sleazy traitor with the bag. Ted, you need to come back with a med kit and a bunch of food, please. Knock on the door, children's voices, open up, turn out to be paired Girl Scouts. That's... both of those are terrible, even if I wanted to do that. They're hacking up their lungs because I don't have anything. Ted has been outside too long, it's not returning, we feel he isn't coming back. God dang it, Ted. We're cooked. Played a list of names of who hates the most. The neighbor kept coming up. Mary Jane, you got it. What'd you find? Wow, a whole padlock. He put a padlock inside of a safe. That's very interesting. Alright, Timmy. You got this. My brave soldier. Got the flashlight, you got it. Because we desperately need food. And we're gonna die. There's your food. Let's listen to the radio. We'll tune in and get not static. When flown, few helpful tips that make it easier to survive the next expedition. Every time you guys bring in the better expedition broadcast, the moment I said someone out. One way to get our attention, it's definitely banging. Sure. Gotta be someone. It's the twins again. Let's go. For so long we thought the world has turned into a cool, unforgiving, and helpless place. Today our views were challenged when the siblings and a few other people from the group visited us with an invitation to come live with them in the freshly built, fully functional camp. Did we just leave Timmy behind? Timmy, no! Timmy, no! The twins saved us again! Cans can be stored up for 737 years? No, the acid of the tomato soup will definitely do something. We'll do a run with Dolores, why not? Bad smell, toxic fog, put on a gas mask and keep enjoying life. Alright, Mary. Alright, both of them are in there. Gas masks in here. That's probably what's most important. Timmy, get in my pocket. Padlock. I said grab him. Alright, Mary Jane, grab you. Have this bug spray. Bolt it out of here. Grab the gun. Medkit. Run back. We got enough time for one more. Grab it. I don't think I grabbed any soup, but you know, we reach into the darkness and hope for the best. Apparently I did grab soup at some point. All of us made in the shelter before the blast. Got some cards. Thick. Disgusting, even. It's tough surviving in these conditions. Let's hope this will be over soon, or else we might end up dead in some wasteland ditch. That's something we are looking forward to. I wouldn't either. That's not the ideal situation. It's easy to feel a bit down when living underground like this. No sunshine, no sky. We need to get rid of that pessimism and try to bring some cheerfulness into our lives. We're a regular family, so we have the occasional argument or two, but it was never as intense as the fight we just got into. No one wants to speak to each other, and let's hope it won't last too long. Man, you had negative thoughts, and the first thing you guys are doing are arguing with each other. Not arguing, there are more important things to worry about. Give stuff to Timmy, because he's going out with the gas mask. Dun, dun, dun. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Plan to go to Niagara Falls, get those see those beautiful waterfalls. We never expected a waterfall on our very own in our shelter. Save the map. Well, that was lucky. It's shelter filled with water pretty rapidly. We're certainly going to drown. With our heads barely above the water, we weren't able to open the hatch and escape. Before we could start considering the worst, the water level started to drop. We'll find safe the mess we need to deal with. Alright, get all your stuff. Keep dreaming about those little things we did back in the day when there weren't as many bombs falling down. Not in our heads, anyway. Alright. What we make of today will be our tomorrow, so let's make it alright. Don't have a radio, sorry gang. Say ignorance is bliss, another day without any clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us. They had much bunch of people dressed in what looked like Halloween doctors. Oh, I know these people. Don't have hydrogen peroxide. That's a you problem. Was a scam, they're not even real doctors. Yep. Patients weren't thin, we thought it'd be a good idea to take a quick look outside. Step out, a pair of animal eyes. It's the dog. Hey, Timmy's back. And he's just depressed? Okay. Gotta check what was coming with flashlight. It was the dog, yep. Ass mask. Went to a trip to a more specific place this time, a local museum on Tranquility Lane. Several rooms and a corridor wall decorated with some shard paintings that survived the blast. The whole place didn't even look that bad. It's almost like a modern art exhibit. One of the museum canteen, we found boxes with some water bottles in it. Probably left there by some delivery company. That delivery company is probably out of business now. I guess it was blown out of the market. Hoping for some sweets or snacks, but all the museum canteen had to offer was tomato soup. Those poor tourists. Spot a vehicle down the street. Alright. One more day. Don't have a radio. Dum. Anything we need to use a radio on a regular basis, cast any emergency broadcast might be transmitted on area. It's either that or strolling outside when you get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. Yep, it sure does. Send Mary Jane out. Gas mask. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Woman in radioactive landscape saw a young woman dressed in camo clothing. Don't have ammo. One person who murders things for a living, giant mutated spiders in our neighborhood. We don't want to have anything to do with that stuff. Goodbye, lady. When we got back to the shelter, safe from an expedition, looked fine. He had a hand on a less piece of metal. Here you go, Timmy. You're the MVP, Timmy. Can't lose you. First aid supplies was an obvious choice for getting Timmy back in shape. He's young, strong, no doubts he'll recover soon. About to take a cautious peek outside when a furry friend jumped on us. Good thing our hearts were not battered by a fat, heavy hamburger diet because it was our dog friend, not a mutant looking chew our bones. Good boy, he seems to be hungry. Shall I give him something to eat? Sure. Dear Jester, I will now proceed to Mimir. It was good to see you get the twins again. Hope you have a great rest of the day. Yeah, no worries. Hope you have a good one. Hope you me very well. Dog is back to his former self in under an hour. We don't know what they put in that soup, but man, that stuff is good. Glad the dog needed a name. A red name from was Pancake. Come here, Pancake. Who's a good boy? Pancake stayed around for a while, but was gone next morning. We bet he will be back. Bye-bye. Alright. One more day until stuff. Timmy, go get the phone. Answer the phone. Gasp of relief, it's the twins again. He's bored out of his mind, won't leave Ted alone. Want to play tag outside and seek. Ted's bad mood, wants to be left alone. Sure, let's do some charades. And Timmy's in high spirits now. Trades is serious business. We never suspected the game could be this violent. Ted could not guess any of Timmy's comic book character names, which just caused Timmy to mime and gesture more and more wildly, spilling on him, starting to few things off the shelves before he finally gave up. Anyone who can rescue? Yeah, still don't have a radio, gang. Welcome back, Mary Jane. What'd you get us? Vision local hospital. Let's through some of the upper floors. Shreds of medical equipment lying all over the place. However, exploring the first floor, the majority of people inside evacuated the building in time. Got water, med kit, lost the gas mask. So we don't have food, Mary Jane. Thanks. Timmy, you're going out again. Mary Jane's silent. Go talk to her. Thanks all this fun, but an honest conversation over a hot beverage on the ladder. Talking did the trick. Alright, Timmy, you get some water before you head out. And we'll have you take the map. Got 6 days for them to live without food, so we need to hope the best. Noises, they're all gonna go crazy. Great. Pancake's back. Dolores is the only sane one. Ha ha ha, we can live with them noises, right? We can even be friends. Ha ha ha. Alright, enjoy your water, gang. Pancake came back. Let's go out and farm in the neighborhood. Seems a bit risky. Take an axe, I guess. And with an axe is forced to be reckoned with. 2 thugs ran into the building. Following Pancake goes the hard way. Pancake was Will here to chase them off. Made one of them leave their trousers behind. Not that anyone wanted them, yuck. Would have guessed that 2 would have a respectable stash of water. Get the trousers, they left a liquid fortune behind. Alright, I've got water, no food though. No. Yes, wash yourself with bug spray. I have good use for the bug spray you brought down. Smells better than we do. But I seem to be operating on the assumption of the same rights to the shelter as we do. It did nothing. Tired, yup. Still don't have a radio, guys. Timmy, please come back tomorrow. Otherwise, they're all gonna starve to death. Timmy died. Great. Justin White requesting our aid. You do that, be less crazy, Ted. Well, no food for us. We're all gonna die. Alright, Dolores, you got it. Mary Jane's sick. Our dog friend's back. Grandparents always told us to never buy anything, yep. Here, have some more water, guys. Pancake's back, he's wounded. There you go. We have Pancake back. Ted's less insane, but Mary Jane dipped. Took a while, we were able to patch Pancake up, not letting him go this time. You know what love is? We should know. Loving your dog. Couldn't spare any food for Mary Jane, and eventually she reached a boiling point where a stare was enough to kill. Left without a word, but we know she would probably become a highway woman and get all the food cans she would ever need. Here, Ted, have some more water. How's Ted not dying? I haven't given him food in forever. Cupboards. Please have food in it. Please? Please, game, please? He just got sick instead. Okay. Very fortunate, had a flashlight. Got a map. Good for us. Here, have some more water, Ted. Oh. Anything we need to do is use the radio. Well, I remember we have a collection of skulls hanging on the remnants of our white fence, but it didn't seem that suspicious. Got a bit worried when someone started shooting at us. We realized something is profoundly wrong. Found a half-naked crazy race jumped out of the ruins and chased us away. Tough luck. Had no food. Alright, so ran out of food and then Ted died to hunger. Ran out of food and waiters took over. Great. If only Timmy came back. We'll do one final run, unless it's super fast or something. Doink. You know what? We're gonna go for something a little silly. We're gonna go on a honeymoon. Just me and my wife. Rush to grab a few more things. Grab the axe. Grab it. Mate, just in time. Alright. There's the two of us, there wasn't enough time to get the kids, but surely this is just a drill and they're okay, right? Alright. They're very difficult to prepare for unforeseen consequences. We don't see them coming. Definitions so that make a lot of sense. Alright. Fond memories are one thing, but we need to be ready for the harsh reality that awaits us. Alright. Expedition. Knock on the door? Sure, why not? And it's just getting sick. Alright. This mysterious fellow in a weird suit gives him some food. Alright, you got this, Dolores. Alright, Ted. You're all by yourself. And he's gonna be sick because of the smell. That's just great. Oh. Guess we got some cockroach buddies now. Oh my, that thing is huge and there's another one. Roaches everywhere. We're doing good. I already feel so dirty. Don't have the gas mask. No supply drops for us. Too dangerous to go out there without any protection. Decided to stay indoors. Galloping horse? Sure. You can look at our map. Seem friendly. Let them look at our map. Give us some cards. Alright. Let's just get more organized with every passing day. Shoot them. Shoot them all. Show them this is America. But hey, Dolores is back, so the honeymoon can continue. We won the battle and maybe the whole war. After the massacre was over, we tied up the cockroach remains, dumped them next to our shelter door. Not that being a warning to all the other insects out there. Don't mess with us. Man, it's desperate enough. Any place is good to look through for food and water. Especially was coming home with nothing to show for her searching. Stumbled across trash cans. That's not ideal. And we'll get a weak signal, government announcement, fallout's out mostly gone. Okay, that's better. Dolores, go answer the phone, please. Alright, feed them both. To the phone. Twins again. Alright, Ted, I'll send you out with a flashlight, I guess. Actually, I'll send you out with a map. Alright, Dolores, now it's your turn all by yourself. Not the best time or place to make plans for the future. Can't help thinking about what we can make of the terrible situation. Their house still standing. Alright. Location is probably what we'll discuss after we get out of here. The bunker door, nope. Not risking that. Got plenty of food and water. We have no idea who left this. Nowadays, you can't trust anybody. We're not risking our lives through some supplies. They could be poison. We threw the gift away and quickly forgot about it. Stampede? No, we're staying right here, Dolores. Welcome back, Ted. Oh, no. We're just listening to the Stampede, or... So, book club, phone book, we interrupted by rapidly knocking on the door with fibers. I'll give him some food. Users have problem finding enough words to express their gratitude. Doink. Food and water to stay locked in. Sure, let's do that. Oh, she's perked up. She's arrested. Good for her. Government's not following. They're coming to save us. You can give exact dates. Yeah. Jumped out of pilot channel. Welcome back, Ted. Oh, you're sick though. Inspected every corner of the room, found nothing. Waste of time. He's turning the mines, approached Theo on our tiptoes, and we decided our need for spots greater than a few mines. Bravely went to explore. Boring play, if only pots were used with water bottles, seemed practically filled with them. Some had water in them. The cafeteria being a sorry state, surprisingly, the atomic blast spared most of it, and we were able to admire their section of food. Got a vehicle down the road. No, just head for now. Soup can missing. Definitely Ted, must have been him. He does it all. Oh, is he a thief? He's a liar. I just fed y'all too. Like, come on. Go out with the flashlight. Alright, Ted, you got this. Man of the shelter. Here, have some more soup, I guess. Not soup, water. You should rescue a brother? Sure. Befriends. Lost a hand. Door-to-door salesman. No thanks. After all, don't trust door-to-door salesmen. Simply attempt to do treason. Which people... Sure. Asked him for a doctor's license, claimed it was another pair of trousers. Staring at the corner. Mash it. Dead now. Alright. Pleasy looking trader, no thanks. She's a strange looking man. Only that was fixed. Welcome back, Dolores. You're both sick. That's great. Visit a local cinema. Could travel there blindfold. It wasn't that surprising that where Pete took us, without involving our brains in the process. Where you recognize the sign of a food stand sticking out from between the rubble. We were hoping to find some popcorn. There was none. Soup dispenser was still working. Yay. A vehicle down the street looked like someone's work in progress. So from afar. Army's on the radio. Flop that down. Cards are in place. I'll give you both another one. I'm feeling generous. But no, it was left at our doorstep, all symbols and numbers. Sure, Dolores, go for it. It went well last time. Let's sat down with code, so I'm working on it with a purpose. Have some more Ted before you go out. Go out the map, I guess. Alright, Dolores. It's you and me again. Return from a dead wasteland. We're friends with almost everybody in the neighborhood. Well, man Jim, who traveled through our street and all said hello. We went to visit him once to give an address that took us to a park. Old man Jim is such a joker. Appears that he survived the blast since he's out door right now asking for a buy a rock. Sure, bud. I'd love to buy a rock. From the door greeted the old man with a smile, showed us back full of stuff for old time's sake. Siblings are back. I have our axe. Bless you, Dolores. Splinters, work's done. Bilbo can't sleep. Well, you're already tired anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We're able to ignore our symptoms, tried to get at least an hour or two of sleep, but no luck. Sure, let's listen to the radio some more. Ted's been gone a while. Nothing, 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 just static. Ammunition's missing? Sure, look for it. I don't recall having ammunition. Knock on the door. Bed of soup. Why not? I've got it to spare. Damn it, must have cheated. I would rather keep our card. Actually, oh, we have the checkerboard for entertainment. I can trade the cards. Welcome back, Ted. Heard something about band activity nearby. Nearby docks had some fancy looking boats. One of them managed to survive the tidal wave, probably traveling fast. At our neighbor's house, so checking out. Found some soup, which is pretty solid to keep a supply of drinkable water on board. Pretty reasonable precaution to take. We've been followed. Okay. Your signal. No, I will keep my gun, thank you. Tried to ignore stupid orders. Well, they tell us what to do. The US government? We can... Well, they probably are, but that doesn't mean they can take our gun over our dead bodies. Several days. Alright, Dolores, you got it. On her way to service, hope she makes it back safe and sound. Distant relatives. Didn't mean much. This is Auntie Anna. She lives in the country, so a good chance he's still configuring the cow counting machine, not worrying about insulating down her hen house. But we don't have a photo of it, or do we? You put some photos into books a while ago, after the giant coffee spill incident. Welcome back, Dolores. No photos, no news, no happy thoughts. World's cool. Dolores came back. Peggy, other work colleagues. Soup and water. That's great, guys. You have some for the sake of it. Find radioactive landscape? Sure. Agreed, must be because you're kinda curious what you're planning to do with the spider when she catches it. Friendly group came. All camps almost complete. Bunch of them in camp. Only achievement is playing tag. That's some checkers, I guess. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, who is freaking fatigued? Send Dolores out. Take the map. Dolores has been carrying so far. You have some water, my guy. And the people outside. Just lock it. Padlock would stop them, turn out to be discouraged and unknown attackers. Here, let's listen to the radio. Boom, boom, more static. Easy looking trader, no thanks. Members, source cost, never buy anything unseen. Actually, no. Yeah, that noise is from below. Good. Last time it was an alligator, you know, maybe it's something chill. Hey, a med kit. Found some treasure down there. Alright, Ted, you got it. Welcome back, Dolores. If only you brought back yourself a medkit. Found a weapon to keep it to defend the shelter. Turn with the map. No known group of people scavenging our neighborhood. A lot of bags, backpacks, too many even. We were really busy, didn't know someone on our backpacks went missing with a little help from us. Got a glass and glass line with the backpack could only mean one thing, water. Someone. Alright, so you just got water. Great. Eventually did. No, we're just gonna go for the twins at this point. Need the weapon to stay safe. That's some more water. Don't break it. Nope, they're crazy instead. Ted went crazy. Forward. Crazy Ted, you got it. Not bad, Ted. We knew he had some sense of rhythm. He's always enjoyed dancing. However, we now respect him. The ability to create pleasant sounds with his mouth, one actually worth listening to. That was entertaining. That felt oddly targeted. Is it twins? Please be the twins. Let's go. One with the twins again. Back funds came by us new camp. 550 days. Honeymoon with the twins. There we go. We did it. We lived. It only took having to cut the amount of resources we needed in half. Anyway, as I said, that was the last run for today. And so, with that, let's see who we shall raid out to. Let's see who's live right now. Like Chris is live, we'll go raid out to Chris. Doink. Alright. With that, I hope you all have a good one, chat. Keep being the amazing people that you are. Make sure to go let Chris know that the court has come to the castle. And with that, I hope you have a good morning, night, evening, afternoon, whatever time zone it is for you. And with that, I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye!